Being broke is expensive. Being successful is expensive, right? Being mediocre is expensive. You have to understand that everything in life is going to be expensive. And if you're going to go after the things that you want in this life, whether it's to build a business or be successful financially, whatever it is, it's going to be expensive. Everything has a cost to it, right? There's a saying that goes, there's no such thing as a free lunch. And that's basically just means that everything requires work. There's always, an angle to the things that you're going after. If you want to acquire XYZ, it's going to cost you ABC, right? If you want to be successful and build a massively, successful company, you're going to have to give up a lot of different stuff, right? You can't have it all, right? Nobody has it all in this world. I don't care who it is, right? Nobody has all the money in the world, the perfect family relationship in the world, the perfect girlfriend or wife, the perfect, social life, the perfect fitness, the perfect all this. Nobody has that, right? You have to understand that everything has a cost, and you have to understand that if you're going to go after something, which hopefully you are going after something, you have goals and you have dreams and things that you want to do. If you're going to go after something, usually something else is going to suffer. And that's just the reality. You're going to see all kinds of content online of people saying that you can have it all, you can do this and you can do that. I don't believe it, right? I have not met anyone who's very successful, and I've met plenty of very successful people, and I haven't met anyone who has everything that they want, right? They all, are lacking in some way, shape, or form, something in their life, right? For example, talk to any successful business person who's been, massively successful and has a multi-million-dollar company, right? Usually they'll tell you, and I shouldn't even say usually, almost every single time they'll tell you they had to give up a lot of, free time, a lot of, nights out with the boys. They had to give up a lot of time with their family, right? And that's the sacrifice that they were willing to make in order to get successful and build a company, right? Or if it's someone who is in the Olympics, right? They had to train literally their entire life up to that point, whether they're, 20 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old. They had to train their entire lives to get to that opportunity, right? How much stuff do you think they gave up in their life? How many, Friday nights and Saturday nights do you think they gave up, right? Because they were working on their dream and their goal. Everything has a cost in life. Everything. You have to understand that before you take on these goals that you set for yourself. To understand, hey, this is going to take a lot out of my life, right? But if I achieve this goal, then I can start to balance out the other things, right? For example, once I build this company, I can spend a little bit more time with my family. I don't have to work as hard, right? Once I build this company, I don't have to, be in the office 24/7. I can go to the gym a little bit more, right? I'm not saying to just be someone who, only focuses on one thing in their life, because I think that's unhealthy. But you have to understand that those things that you're trying to go after are going to take something. It's going to cost something. And it's not going to be free. It's expensive to be broke and not have any dreams or goals and just live a regular, boring, subpar life. That's expensive. It's expensive to be successful, right? It's expensive to be successful. You have to sacrifice all kinds of stuff, time, money, get embarrassed. It takes a lot to be successful, guys. It takes a lot to be poor. Like I said, you're going to struggle your entire life if you don't make any money. And that's just the reality. It's tough to be broke. It's tough to be successful. So pick which one you're going to go after and pick which one you want. You're either going to deal with the struggle of trying to be successful and taking failures and, getting kicked in the nuts every single day, which is the path of success, by the way. You're either going to get that, and that's going to be the path that you take, which is hard, or you're going to take the other path, which is just giving up and, not making the kind of money you want, not having the life that you want, and that's going to be hard as well. So you have to understand which hard you want. You need to go after that. That's all there is to it, guys. Quit thinking that, you can just skate by and be successful and have everything that you want outside of your success in whatever category that might be, right? It takes something. Everything costs something. Everything has a cost. Nothing is free. There is no such thing as a free lunch. You need to understand that. And if you do, you're going to be much more under control and much more, much less insane, so to speak, because you're not going to expect to have everything, right? When you understand that going into it, it's easier to wrap your brain around it and understand, okay, hey, my social life might suffer for a period of time, but after I get this done and I accomplish these goals, then I'm going to be able to put more time into that, right? You have to understand that. And this just comes with perspective. So keep this in mind, guys. Understand that everything has a cost to it. It's expensive to be wealthy. It's expensive to be broke, right? Choose which one you want and go after it. So I hope this helps you guys out. Let me know in the comments. Smash the likes. I love you guys. Support the channel if you can, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.